Let's go.
Pittsburgh Steelers fans, thanks for joining us for another Wednesday night episode of the Pump Your Brakes podcast. I'm 1 and 3, a third of the co-hosts. I'm your boy Tate in the building with the homie, the triple OG, all dressed in gold and black, ready to attack, gangster style. Shannon White in the building. Trip, what's happening with you, man?
No, it should be a good one tonight, guys.
Should be it's a good one every Wednesday night, Shannon.
Yes, it is, but there's just a lot to talk about, and it was pretty passionate last week, and I'm expecting more of the same this week.
Okay. We got Mr. Buck up in the building this week, man. Big-G, stay one person, man. You be algorithms, you be buckle up, you be all kind of stuff. What? Yeah, you big fine too. How about that one?
Damn. All because you made me hit the mute button. Man.
You told us to mute.
Yeah, I didn't tell you not to unmute when it's time to talk, though.
That's what you can call me right there. Call me him. Call me Himothy. If you call me Himothy, then I can rock and roll with it. I'm Himothy.
Oh, man. Okay, you made me Himothy. I know it's him, Quinn Gales. You know Quinn Gales on Facebook.
Yeah.
He got his name is Himothy somebody or another.
Himothy. Himothy.
But yeah, man. So, we off to fight the Irish, not Notre Dame. Well, we're not fighting the Irish. But you know what? It's Vikings from Ireland, too. They're not a Scandinavian country, but they close enough. I researched that. There are Vikings in Ireland. So
they're more Norway.
That's facts.
Yeah, no, but that's why I said there are also.
I'm Irish. Yeah, I'm Irish and
but
English.
There's Vikings in Ireland too, though. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying I know they from Scandinavia.
Maybe
Norway,
if they got lost
in Denmark, but
Hey, Shannon. Hey, Tate. Shannon said, "Don't you play around with this, bruh. I'm Irish, dude." He said, "Don't you play around with it."
You Irish. You can do. I do my homework for everything I say. Homework's done.
Yeah, facts.
That's all
facts.
I'm saying.
Facts.
Facts. So yeah, but well, we do got a good show tonight, Shannon. Another good show.
Yes.
We got special guests. We got the homie Dave Stefano from First and Skol, Minnesota Vikings podcast, also an FFSN podcast.
Yeah.
He do a lot of work with the homie Pay. They got a show similar to the homies. They talk about the NFC North.
They used to come on with me and Jeffrey Benedict. Every time we play the Vikings. So he's very good.
What was the name of that show you and Jeff was doing? For Jeff.
Oh, shoot. Now I don't remember because we changed the name.
Know Your Enemy, right?
Yes, Know Your Enemy.
Okay, see, I'm an OG, man.
See, we changed that name too. And then there was another one, then we had this name. So.
But yeah, let's go ahead and bring Dave in. Thank him for joining us. Dave from First and Skol, thanks for joining us, man.
Hey, I thank you for having me. And yes, you are 100% correct. There are Vikings in Ireland.
Why?
Because Dublin was found by the invading Vikings in 841 AD.
That's big facts.
Invaders.
Big facts.
Basically illegal immigrants. Invaders.
Basically.
Hey,
but
Big-G, Shannon.
What? What'd he say?
You didn't hear that? You can't handle the truth?
No, we didn't hear that.
Oh, my stream deck board ain't working right then. I got to hook something up different to play the sound effects.
Because it's an Apple product. But go ahead, Dave. It's an Apple product. Go ahead, Dave.
When the Vikings came, they conquered. And the world history is full of people conquering others. Now, of course, over that conquering, they intermingled with the Irish. Of course, the Irish women are absolutely beautiful. And why wouldn't they? So they did. And it wasn't until later, I think it was like 1400s or something, that they got kicked out eventually. But there's a lot of intermingling, and Ireland has a lot of roots with the Vikings. So you're expecting a home team vibe, with the majority of the fans being Steelers fans. And I understand that. Rooney's from, was the ambassador over there, and they love him. There is also a head coach that we happen to have by the name of Kevin O'Connell, who heralds from Irish lineage. And the Vikings, believe it or not, expect the stadium to be at least 40% purple.
Oh,
wow. Okay. I can see that because I think you get an amount of people that are fans, want to see American football. They don't have a favorite team, a team per se. They're going off Vikings. You know what I mean? So what's a Steeler? You know what I mean? They're going for the Vikings. So
this is what a Steeler is, Tate. This is what a Steeler is. We know what it is.
And you'll see them represented in Dublin also, without a doubt.
The two number one markets for the Steelers outside of America is Mexico, which is huge, Mexico and Cowboys. I mean, Steelers and Cowboys.
Right.
And in Europe, it's Ireland. The Steelers, that's one of their, they're trying to develop that area. And so many fans already.
Yeah. Home base, baby.
Yes.
Home base.
Probably has a lot to do with the Roonies. You mean?
Oh, look, he done got the towel. Look at him. Look at him going to have him purple. Look at that purple over there. Look at him. Get it out of. No. It's right here. Come on, the terribleness, bro. The terribleness.
It's nothing like an original. I'll say that though. Thanks, Myron Cope, for making us the towel creators.
Yes, and I tip my hat for that. You guys are the original on that one.
And nobody be mean to Dave. Because Dave's my boy. We go back, and I love Dave. And don't be mean to teams that ain't never won nothing. I mean, now, if it's the Browns and the Bengals in our division, that's okay. But don't be mean to nobody else. That ain't right.
Hey, well, unlike the Browns, the Bengals have been. The Vikings have been.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
The Vikings got a chip.
No, they don't got no bowl, Big G.
No,
they didn't get no chip.
4,
No,
baby.
they ain't won no Super Bowl,
for 4 team.
Oh, they big trash.
Yeah.
Well, the Bills 0 for 4.
Yeah, but they were the second 0 for 4.
Oh, yeah, second. Oh, yeah.
And they were the first one to go 0 for 4 in a row.
Yeah, that's advanced.
Earlier. Question: the Hall of Fame inductee list came out today. We were discussing this earlier, real quick before we get on the game. Who gets in first between Drew Brees and Eli Manning?
Drew Brees. Drew Brees, no doubt.
Dave?
Drew Brees.
What's your thoughts, Dave?
First I heard, I've got to go check and research that the list came out. But between those two, I have to go Drew Brees as much as I hate it.
Okay.
He won a Super Bowl, and he's the second most yardage, second most touchdown. I mean, that's what they go by.
Right. And versus lucking into 2 Super Bowl wins, it's, he had the Giants with Eli Manning. The Giants were known for their defense, and he just drove the car.
And that's what I said to Big G. Eli, I think one of the years they won, they was like 9-7.
Mm-hmm.
It don't matter.
I mean, he got hot in the playoffs twice. Eli's a Super Bowl. I mean, 2-time Super Bowl winner. He's a Hall of Famer, definitely. But if they take one quarterback this year, it's going to be Drew Brees.
Bro, we won a chip at 10-6 and was a wild card and won the chip.
Yep.
And won the chip.
We was the first one to do it. And Big Ben has better numbers, the same amount of Super Bowls. if Big Ben was on the ballot, Drew Brees might have to wait. If them jokers lucky that they not going in with Brady and Roethlisberger, they both might have to wait.
They'd be adios muchachos for both of them boys.
Well, they'll get in eventually, but I believe Drew Brees is going to be first ballot. Eli didn't make it last year.
Yeah, I think he'll be first ballot. Brees. Ben should be, because Ben is unique.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Of all the quarterbacks that I've ever seen, Ben Roethlisberger is not only a winner, but he's unique, and that makes him even more special. And the ultimate clutch winner. I think he still might be second in comeback victories and fourth quarter drives. So
and most in 500-yard passing games and all that.
Yeah.
And he played in the era with Brady and Manning where it won't look like it by Pro Bowls because them guys kept him out a few, but them probably two of the top 3 or 4 quarterbacks. Well, GOAT's one, but Peyton Manning, you argue, is top 2 or 3 depending on how you rank them.
Yeah.
So Ben was competing against those guys in the AFC back then, and he got his 2 bowls. So
I'm gonna blow your mind, Tate, and I know that ain't the subject tonight, but to me, after Brady, Montana's number 2.
Facts.
I agree.
That don't really blow my mind. I think I
Well, I mean, a lot of people say Manning, but to me, it's Montana.
4 Super Bowls, maybe. Or 3.
I probably would do that, but that's what even made me say top 3 or 4 because I know Brady's won. So when I say top 3 or 4, that is putting Manning somewhere wherever you want to put him.
I understand what you're saying. I'm just saying in my book, it's Montana. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. I probably wouldn't disagree. But fellas, we're gonna take our first break.
We're a little bit gray beard.
Yes.
We're gonna take our first break real quick. We're gonna come back and talk about the game, man. I'm gonna get a discussion going between you 3 gentlemen. Remain gentlemen. Don't get into an Irish pub fight. We don't want any of that just because we're playing in Ireland. Chill out on your Guinness, Big G, because we know how you get.
Dave wanted to know it all crew, dog. He's straight. And he knows if it gets tough in here, he knows how to move some furniture around. He knows what to do. He knows what to do. We good. Dave, right at home. We all good over here, bro.
Big G's talking about Guinness.
That's what the hell I'm talking about there, man. Big facts.
Whiskey.
Yeah, big facts. He already know what to do. He's straight.
But yes, we're gonna take a quick break. If you're watching on YouTube, we're not going anywhere. Stay with us. If you're listening on the audio platform, we have to hear a few words from our partners and advertisers. But we will be right back after this. Stay with us on the Pump Your Brakes podcast.
Damn. Man, oh my God, how many cars you done tore up? Jesus God. What the hell? Dang, what is you doing? Damn.
My man, that was that. I didn't cut the loop off.
Man.
Hey, well, that's just being preempted for everything you about to say tonight, where we would tell you to pump your brakes. So that 5 times it went, you got that coming. Already know.
Hey man, hey listen, that had me. I'm reckless as hell. That had me scared. Like, what the hell is you out there doing, Tate? Man.
Hey, when it says live in the corner, it's live, baby.
Yeah, facts. Big facts.
But man, fellas, let's talk about the game. So, Shannon, so the Steelers, David, you can tell us what the Vikings plans are. The Steelers practice Tuesday, Wednesday. Well, and they'll practice tomorrow. Then they'll leave to head to Ireland tomorrow after practice. What are the Vikings plans as far as that go?
We plan on leaving tomorrow after practice.
Okay, same thing. Okay.
We'll land Friday morning, and then we'll practice, do a walkthrough Friday, then go to the stadium Saturday, do a walkthrough at the stadium, and then we'll whoop your backsides on Sunday.
Okay, well, I don't need your prediction. So we'll be back for that. But you already told me in the chat already that was going to happen. So just putting that out there to Steeler Nation. You're actually on a Steeler broadcast right now. But Shannon said y'all be nice today.
I got that. Hey, and listen to we just came through the break. Listen to those ads, because those ads help pay for the Guinness and the Teeling, and we appreciate it.
Absolutely. Hey, Shannon, let me jump over to you first to kick it off, man. So
I didn't get that. Could you try again?
The Big G, fine.
That's
That's why you don't have no Apple products. Get that Apple out of here. Find. Get Apple out of here.
It heard
I
me
heard
say
a woman's voice.
It heard
Siri.
me say I'm gonna ask you first. And yeah, Siri want to help me. Want to answer questions.
Siri out there working you, Tate. She out there working. She got you on them streets.
Shannon,
She got you on them streets.
The thing I'm worried about most, and I told this to Big G on Smash the Gas last hour, is not the Steeler defense. I'm not worried about Steeler defense. I think they'll get it together. They'll get healthy. They'll get right. I'm worried about the offense and what Brian Flores will do to the offense. So, and we're familiar with Brian Flores because he was here a few years ago, right? Great defensive coordinator. He dials it up. What do you think the Steelers need to do to combat a Brian Flores called defense?
They got a huge problem.
Damn, Shannon.
Well, they're going to get out coached all over the place.
Damn, Shannon.
O'Connell is offensively is going to out coach Smith. I'm sorry. And Flores is going to destroy this offensive line. Is having, if you watch the last game and watch the breakdowns and nobody's working in unison and you have one guy doing one thing and the other four doing another thing and they can't get on the same page, this is not who you want to play. Because like I said, with the Vikings, it's not about their stars. It's about the system. It's the scheme. And Flores he's going to look at that and say, he's probably salivating right now. He's licking his chops because they're going to attack. They're going to attack like crazy. Now, the problem is they are not going to have time to burn them over the top. That's how you back teams off. Well, the line ain't going to be able to protect well enough. And they don't have enough instant weapons to get the ball out quickly and then do something after the catch. I'm afraid this is not a good matchup at all with where they are right now in their development this year. From the offensive line perspective, that is the big holdup. But I think that the Vikings have the coaching advantage on both sides of the ball. So I would say try to develop a running game. They can't do it. They're not blocking any cohesion. They're missing blocks. The fundamentals are bad. I'd like to give some hope here, but this does not look good. Only thing we can hope is that the Vikings have really bad jet lag. They're playing. It comes in late, and then they have to stay up all night. I don't like this. I do not like this matchup at all for the Steelers.
Damn, Shannon. I mean, listen, bro. What the hell? Did you actually need to see you a purple shirt? What is going on?
Come over and join us on Vikings First and Skol because that freaking rock.
Big G, I'm gonna send it over to you next, but then Shannon picked the Patriots last week.
Yep.
Okay. Steelers found they didn't look good. They found a way to win. So Big G,
I was going to come on at the final 2 minutes there, and I was going to come on if I was wrong.
You didn't. You didn't show your gray beard.
If you want to call it win, they won. But nobody can say they look good.
No, nobody.
Nobody.
And sometimes
they hit two touchdown passes. They hit 2 touchdown passes where he got the ball out in under 2 seconds. He was off his back foot on the third step, and he lobbed it to the side and hit Metcalf, and he did the same to Austin. They could not protect him. They could not run the ball to save their life. And it took 5 turnovers.
I don't need all the reasons.
I'm not going to say
a W's a W. Big G, I'm coming to you. What's your thoughts?
But it doesn't matter. It does matter how you win, and that is not sustainable.
Not when you're in the playoff race at the end of the year. You need that W in the W column. Big G, you go ahead and tell what you thought. What your thoughts are?
Well, the Vikings defense is ultra aggressive. They're ultra aggressive, right? And that's because of their head coach and their defensive coordinator, right? Now they play, and for all you guys that don't understand, they line up a lot in 4-3, but they really do play a 3-4 look in Tampa too, because they'll start out with 4 guys with their hand on the ground and 2 of them will stand up, because you can't recognize where the blitz is coming from unless you're a wily old quarterback like Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers, remember, whooped Minnesota's ass on a regular basis. So he understands what it takes to beat the Vikings. All right. So how you attack them is because they blitz exotically. They play a lot of 3 back or 3 high or press on the outside. The middle of the field is wide open. You just got to be able to throw the ball in the middle of the field. That's how you're going to attack them. How you attack a bully that's ultra aggressive on defense, you run right at them. What I'm worried about is that we continue to do this stretch zone outside, trying to get outside because we have super athletic offensive linemen. No, a bully, you run some traps, you run power, you run inside the tackles, and you go straight at them, and that makes them adjust. So they have to be unconventional in the game plan this week. They have to be very unconventional.
I understand Shannon's concerned that they can't run the ball, though. I mean, so that's something they haven't done that they need to do. To Claude's comment, Shannon, to you, Shannon, you know your co-host, talking about me, doesn't like facts. Fact of the matter is, Claude, the Steelers won the game. That's all I asked. That was it. So
but Tate, you're very intelligent. Me and you talk a lot. We talk about the Steelers, and you know your stuff. The problem is you are at times you're so loyal to Tomlin. I'm loyal to the Steelers, not to Tomlin.
yeah.
And when you're that loyal to Tomlin, it's hard to always be totally honest. And I know you see a lot of
honesty is that they won. It was an ugly win, but a win nonetheless. I'm not disagreeing with you. They look like shit.
Yeah, you're seeing the same thing. We're both seeing the same thing. But you don't want to come out and say, and I understand that, because I was a huge Big Ben supporter, I always will be. And when people were unfairly against him, I would take up for him. So there was times that I even agreed with something they said, but I couldn't because I knew they trashed him every week. And you have some people that dislike Tomlin for various reasons. All I'm saying is what we're getting ready to run into, if you're going to stand up to a bully, first you got to have the courage to stand up to the bully. And I question whether they do.
Okay. I don't dispute anything you're saying. I don't think it's a lack of courage. I mean, I don't know. Maybe I don't think courage is not the word. But hey, Dave, we're gonna come to you, man. What's your thoughts on the game? What's Brian Flores plan for the Vikings defense to do to the Steelers offense with a struggling offensive line, man?
Oh, we'll attack it. He's going to see fronts. Aaron Rodgers is going to see fronts he hasn't seen before. He's going to see not only a 3-4, a 4-3. He's going to see 5 guys up there, 6 guys up there, 7 guys up there, 10 guys up there, and he's got to sit there and figure out which one's coming, which one's going. And that's the whole fun of having the Brian Flores defense, is he disguises it all. And the key behind it is the communicator in chief. Probably the best deceiver of all is Harrison Hitman Smith. And Harrison Hitman Smith has gone up against Aaron Rodgers numerous times. And you talk about Aaron Rodgers beats the Vikings all the time. Hey, Aaron Rodgers has defeated the Vikings 17-12-1 is what his overall record is. And I would suspect that's probably a little less wins once Harrison came into the league, because Harrison is 5 years younger than Rodgers is, something like that. Anyways, I know Aaron Rodgers is going on, a young 67 years old or something. But
damn,
he is going to see stuff he hasn't seen in a long time. since he's been at Green Bay, because he didn't see it with the Jets. I mean, the Jets, he was pop. Oh, the Achilles went, and then he was horrible last year. And now he's with you guys, and it's going to be our defensive front seven, the defensive line, where you take the interior of Javon Hargrave, Jonathan Allen, our backups with Levi Drake Rodriguez and Bullard, and or you take our edge rushers with Jonathan Grenard, Eric Van Ginkel, or it's Eric. No, it's not Eric. Andrew Van Ginkel and Dallas Turner. There's nothing. You know that Andrew Van Ginkel played a whopping 8 plays last week because he's got a neck injury he's dealing with. He got 2 sacks on 8 plays. 2 sacks on 8 plays.
Hey, Dave.
What?
I mean, the Vikings defense, not a superstar among them.
No.
It's all the scheme, and it's how he uses them to the best of their ability, and then you get the product you get. Now, against Atlanta, they had a good game at times, and they also give up some at times. And, it seemed they should not have lost to, but again, there was circumstances. But what I'm saying is, I trust that because you're not relying on 1 or 2 superstars. You're relying on the scheme.
The whole
and that's what I'm saying. There's so many guys that can make a play because he puts them in position to make a play. The Steelers, the Stars made a lot of plays last week. It caused a lot of turnovers, but it's not sustainable is what I'm concerned about.
Right. Versus Isaiah Rodgers last week, who set NFL records with the pick 6 return, fumble recovery return, forced fumbles, multiples, the whole works. It is a team effort, and they put each other in position to make the play and to make the play spectacularly. It is, whether it's Van Ginkel doing what we call the gink, which is he floats out when you send a running back out into the on a screen, and he picks it off, runs for a pick 6, or it's whoever it is that's catching the ball, returning it, and it is what it is. It's the sacks, it's the pressures, it's everything, and it's all as one, and it's confusing because Aaron Rodgers, I think you guys said, is not going to be, or it was on my last show, he can't rely on the pre-snap vision. He can't rely on, hey, I'm up here under center, I see this. Because he's been around long enough to know that's going to change as soon as I snap the ball. And it will. And that's the key to a Brian Flores defense. He'll show you something pre-snap, but as soon as the ball snapped, it changes tremendously.
Dave, hold it. I'm gonna tell you what he's gonna do with that.
Wait,
the Steelers will be in shotgun.
First read the super chat so we can pull it down.
Danny Littlejohn, thanks for the $1.99. Mike Tomlin, I'm going to apologize. I'm not going to apologize for winning. I appreciate that, Danny Littlejohn. But listen,
we'll do it in the playoffs.
Dave, he's going to be in shotgun 65% of the snaps. I'm telling you right now, the game plan is he's going to be in shotgun so he can see it. He's going to be able to see it.
Be able to get rid of the ball quickly, which I know.
Well, that's why I'm telling you, this is going to be a different game plan for the Steelers because they're going to run inside trap. They have not ran power once all season. They're going to run inside block. They're going to run inside trap. I'm telling you they're going to do it. And they're going to be in 13 personnel more than ever. And you're going to see seam routes by those tight ends. I'm telling you they're going to do it. So, and that is going to make us an aggressive defense back up. All you got to do is burn them 1 or 2 times, and they start backing up. I'm telling you, bro. I've seen this play out before. I've seen it play out before.
For them to back off, you've got to have the lead.
Of course.
As long as the Vikings have the lead, there's no backing off.
Brian Flores does not back off. Brian Flores does not back off. The difference you see is everything the Vikings defense does is communication and confidence. And they put these guys in the right positions. They communicate well. As you say, they come up the line, and it looks like all that blitz, and then they back off, and they only send 3. And you don't know. It's who the Steelers, where they didn't play in the preseason, it's all these new faces and new places. They can't adjust out of that because when he tries, Broderick Jones don't know what the heck's going on. The wide receiver on the outside runs the wrong route. They're not on the same page. This is not who you want to go up against in this situation.
You're 100% correct. Now, Juice Bellamy, thanks for the $1.99. TJ Watt, Hayward, Ramsey, Peppers all day. It's going to be interesting. You guys got a defense, and I'll hand it to you. The matchup's going to be fun.
It is going to be fun. It's an interesting game. I mean, I had the Steelers and Vikings both coming into this game 3-0 in the preseason. You guys lost the opener against Monday night, and I didn't think we would lose to Seattle. Steelers have yet to play a good game at all yet, not even close, not even the 2 they won. But football is about repetition, about snaps, about being on the field, and I think things are going to get better. Not saying that they'll win this game. We'll make our predictions here towards the end of the show in about 20 minutes. But I think it's going to be competitive. I don't think it's a blowout. And I think
unlike against the Bengals.
I think,
the Bengals is trash. The Bengals is trash.
I think so. The key, Kevin O'Connell is a great play caller. I definitely think you guys have an advantage of defensive coordinator, probably offensive coordinator too. If we're talking modern offense. The Steelers are old school. The Vikings are kind of like, well, do I want to call them new school? I mean, O'Connell's a younger coach.
They come from the McVay tree, so
yeah. Another super chat from Juice. Boswell could be a difference too. Boswell can be a difference.
Best kicker in football.
We got Will the Thrill Reichard. He just hit a 63-yarder or 62-yarder.
He's all right. He ain't no Boswell.
I got you. And that's a whole new story of this season is how so many kickers are hitting 60 plus. That's amazing.
Core man Tommy says, true that Shannon Broderick Jones need to not turn around and look what's going on and follow through to the whistle.
Listen, man. Listen, y'all. Listen. Tate, I need 2 minutes to address this, man, about the offensive line. I need less than 2 minutes, actually. Okay. The issue with the offensive line is they're not being coached correctly. Pat Myers is teaching. We run stretch zone. That means you have to reach as a blocker. We run stretch. 80% of our runs are stretch zone. That means that your athletic ability from an offensive lineman has to be more athletic than the defensive line and the linebackers you're playing against. We run stretch zone, right? Stretch zone against a team like Minnesota is not going to be effective. It's not. They're going to have to play inside and run the ball inside, which lets them think less and just be aggressive more. You think less and you're just the guy that's in front of you, knock his ass out. That's what we do. So that's why I'm telling you this game is going to be a game that it's not going to lean on Pat Myers and his coaching, because after we run Stretch Jones like 3 times and we got -5 yards rushing, we're not going to run it no damn more. We're not going to run it. I'm telling you, we're not going to run it. We're going to have to block the guy in front of you. That's how they're going to have to block this week, because Pat Myers doesn't teach how to block correctly in stretch zone. He doesn't teach it right. I know, because I look at their footwork and it's horrible. Their hand technique is horrible in stretch zone.
Big-G, I just want to give you kudos. One thing I'm known for is I love my big round bellies, and especially the O-line. And Minnesota Vikings comes from a wide zone, predominantly scheme back prior to O'Connell coming in here. We've gone to more of mid-zone style blocking and more power to defeat the Minnesota Vikings. In the one game we did lose, it was because somebody ran power straight up the middle.
Yeah.
And pushed Hargrave and Allen out of the way because what they're great at is penetration. They're great at rushing the passer. If you can push in the middle, especially with Blake Cashman, our outstanding inside linebacker, out, he's on IR.
He got hurt against the Falcons, didn't he? That first game,
he got hurt, yeah. And it pulled a hammy. Chasing.
Bijan Robinson.
No, not Bijan. He was chasing the quarterback.
Penix.
But if you can push up the middle, you have a chance.
Yeah.
That's the only way the Steelers have at defeating the Vikings.
Yeah.
And this is not a power offensive line. The Steelers line is not built for power.
Well,
they don't push anybody off the line.
Then you're going to lose.
But Shannon, I don't think no, Shannon, let me say this. We don't know. I think because when we ran power this last week against the Patriots, we ran it 3 times. We picked up 8, 14, and 9. We ran 3 plays of power. We picked up 8, 14, and 9. I saw the plays. I watched the film.
But they were times, Dave, they lost yardage.
Correct. But that's because one guy was out of sequence. One guy was out of sequence.
At least one guy's out of sequence.
One guy was out of sequence.
And that's the thing with zone blocking. You have to be in unison.
Yeah.
I don't have blocking. You just beat your man. You attack your man and
correct
and push him back. I mean, so
correct.
I mean, I don't know. Finish what you're saying, though, Big G or Shannon, whichever one you guys was.
No, I'm just saying that the Steelers, the way to beat the Vikings from a defensive standpoint is in between the tackles, and not just at the first level. Not just at the defensive line, you attack their linebackers. You attack them. You don't let the guys, if they come to you, throw right over the top of them. That's why I'm telling you, Rodgers is going to be in shotgun. I'm telling you already, the game plan flips this week. I'm telling you he's going to be in shotgun. They're going to give him time to analyze and see what the hell's going on. And if it's a bad play, he's smart enough to realize to flip it, call out of it, do what he needs to do. Aaron Rodgers is a wily old veteran. His issue is he just keeps getting cracked. Because we're expecting those linemen sometimes to hold up for 3, 4, and 5 seconds. Hell to the no. Hell to the no.
Hey, G, how many times have we seen the receivers run the wrong route? How many times, like last week, Farmer should have settled, and he kept fading to the sideline. Calvin Austin come back in the field and deflected the ball that was intercepted. They're not on the same page. And what I'm saying is it ain't going to happen on a long travel, international travel week. If they got to get on the same page, they're not, and it ain't happening this week.
I think they simplify the game plan in that aspect, Shannon. That's why I say I think
complex defense.
Absolutely. You run. That's why they're going to run 13 personnel. They're going to be in 13 personnel. I'm telling you, at least 40% of the snaps. You simplify. You make it simple, and everything's inside. And you got to, because DK don't run but 2 routes anyway. He runs a comeback route and a go route. That's it. And Calvin Austin runs a lot of good routes, and he's wide open, and they just don't see him because normally he's the second.
To see him.
Well, Shannon, I done seen Rodgers hold the ball too. I done seen Rodgers doing this shit. I done seen him doing it, and it's like, wait a minute, dude. Wait a minute. Yeah, he's patting because he's been trying to get DK off from the beginning. He's still forcing it. He wants DK to have one of them 150-yard, 2-touchdown, 9, 10, 11 catch game. So a lot of times, I done seen him stare DK down, and Jonnu Smith was standing right in front of him. If he just throws Jonnu Smith the ball, he picks up a freaking touchdown. Rodgers is trying to get DK off. I'm telling you. And DK is showing me he can't run those other routes. He runs 2 routes. That's it.
What has Freiermuth done or showed us at all that we'd rather have him out there than, say, Austin?
Well, if you run 12 and 13, you got to have Freiermuth out there because we sure in the hell ain't putting trash Super Hayward out there. Yeah, but Shannon, Freiermuth has had opportunities. He's had opportunities.
And he dropped some.
That's true. That is true. That is, I don't disagree with that, but he's had opportunity.
We all like Freiermuth coming into the season. He's not playing well. We all like Zach Frazier. Zach Frazier, your boy Shannon had a bad game the other day. The Steelers aren't playing well, and I feel like if they can get through this game, find a way to win. They've been known to find a way to win since Big Ben retired. I played it last show. Steelers, Mike Tomlin led teams are 24-11 in one-score games since Big Ben retired with a whole bunch of quarterbacks we know aren't good. So I'm not saying that they go out and dominate, but I think if they can get in and sneak a win in Ireland and come to the bye week, get everybody healthy, get all on the same page, things will be better. My thought. We're gonna take a quick break right now, our last break, and come back. I'm gonna go to Dave and ask him how he sees the Minnesota Vikings attacking the Steelers defense, and we'll send that one around the horn. So if you're watching on YouTube, stay with us. We're not going anywhere. If you listen on the audio platform, please, we have to hear if you watch from our partners and advertisers. We'll be right back after this. And we're back on the Pump Your Break podcast. Big G said get the algorithms up one time. Let's get them algorithms up. Fellas. So, Dave, I'm going to go to you first, man. Carson Wentz is the quarterback, right?
Affirmative.
Did he look really good last week, or did he just look good because it was the Bengals defense? And your defense scored 2 touchdowns. So 48-10 wasn't quite as bad as it was from the offensive perspective. But what are we expecting the offense to try and do? I believe in Kevin O'Donnell can dial stuff up. But what are you expecting?
Well, first off, for the algorithms, hit the like button. It's free. Doesn't cost anything.
It's free. It's free to subscribe too.
Yeah. So do that. What I see Kevin O'Connell doing with Carson Wentz. Carson Wentz is the typical, in my opinion, backup quarterback. He's the 500-ish record. He's a little slightly over. No different than Kirk Cousins was. But anyways, that's a different story. It's Carson Wentz. As long as you don't get inside of his head and that he shoots himself in the foot, which he has a tendency of doing, Carson Wentz is fine. He will move the offense. That's exactly what he did last week against the Falcons. He moved the offense for the most part. Now, we had some drives that ended up in punts, much to my chagrin.
They played the Bengals last week.
They're the Bengals, yeah.
Okay.
And we had a bunch of drives that ended up in punts, much to my chagrin. But he did move the offense, and he took opportunities to throw to open receivers, tight ends, both of our tight ends, Josh Oliver and TJ Hawkinson. And he threw to Justin Jefferson, who is the best wide receiver in the league, which is sort of debatable, but I don't think it is. He is. He set more records. He did that. He's fine at that. Well, this game, we get Jordan Addison back, our wide receiver too. He's coming off a suspension. So we have all our offensive weapons minus Aaron Jones, who's out on IR for an injury, to throw to run to. We have Jordan Mason, our running back, who we acquired from the San Francisco 49ers, who is a beast. And believe it or not, we ran more than we passed last weekend, which is unusual in a Kevin O'Connell offense, because Kevin O'Connell is, hey, pass first, pass second, pass third, pass always. And it's that combination is going to succeed. Now, the only way the Steelers have any hope of defeating the Vikings, defeating the offense, is to get in Carson Wentz's head. And by that, I mean they've got to get in front of his face through pass pressures, quick, early, fast, often, which I don't think is going to happen because our O-line is very, very good. But that's the only way to make it happen. Because if you are double teaming Justin Jefferson, which I fully expect because everybody does it, there's nothing abnormal about that. And then you go over to Jordan Addison, TJ Hawkinson, Josh Oliver, Jalen Naylor, whoever our weapons are, and they are covered, you're golden. But are they all going to be covered? Not a chance. So, but the only way, literally, I think, of beating the Vikings offense is if, one, they shoot themselves in the foot. Carson Wentz shoots himself in the foot. Or we just have a really bad day and, turn over the ball left and right, which I strongly doubt. Now,
over under 2 turnovers for the Vikings.
2 turnovers?
Yeah.
As in giving you guys turnovers?
Giving the ball up, yeah.
Under.
Whoa.
I don't see it happening.
I'm
I'm just telling you how the way it could happen.
You, Shannon, that same question.
Under.
Whoa.
G?
Over.
How are you figure you're going to generate 3 turnovers?
Because Carson Wentz ass going to be laying on the ground. That's how I know. Carson Wentz. First of all, Dave, respectfully, the Minnesota Vikings have given up 12 sacks. The league leader in sacks is 15 sacks. They've given up 12. Right? They've also shown that Mason, he played against the Bengals and looked good. I don't know about all that other mess. The Cincinnati Bengals is one of the worst defenses in the NFL. He's not playing against the Cincinnati Bengals defense. He's playing against the Steelers defense.
Though the Steelers have been giving up run yards, they did better last week.
Well, I'll contribute that to this. What I'm hearing is Elliott, JPJ practice today.
Huh?
Elliott, JPJ practices. Ramsey's there. Jabril Peppers is there. Eccles is there. Harmon was on a snap count restriction last week. He's going to play the whole freaking game. Black, I think Keanu Benton, you're going to see him move from the nose to the 5 technique a lot more this week. And Hayward's in shape. Hayward had his best game. He's in shape. So now let's see what you're doing. And I don't think none of one of your tackles can block what? I don't think so. I think this is going to be Watt's best game.
Brian O'Neill, you don't think they can block?
I'm thinking
the best tackles in the league.
This is going to be Watt's best game. I'm telling you right now. Unless they triple team him, this is going to be Watt's best game. He's faster than them.
All right.
He's faster than them.
Watt goes against Brian O'Neill because he plays over on that side.
Shannon, real quick. Shannon, what do you Steelers defense have to do to stop Minnesota's offense?
They got to stop the run and make Wentz have to throw. Now, that's kind of a pick your poison because Steelers ain't going to double JJ. They won't do it. They're stubborn. They won't double him.
Then he's going to have over 150 yards.
Then you got Addison. And the
one
one that scares me
150?
more.
Yeah, 150.
Then the one that scares me more than any of them is Hawkinson. Because, Henry is old, and he's no longer the top 5 in the NFL. And he put up, 120 on him? And it could have been worse if they could have held on to the freaking ball. The Steelers couldn't cover it. Now you're going up against Hawkinson. And I know it's Wentz, but Wentz can't throw the ball unless the Steelers, really get pressure on him and force him to get erratic. They made Drake May look way too good last week. And now if they can run the ball with Mason, who's underrated, and their offensive line is underrated. If they can run the ball, the Steelers got a lot of problems with those three skill position players. The key is they need turnovers. They need Wentz to have one of his, fall off the table games. And it can happen because you never know when he's going to do that. But you have to pressure him into doing that. And my problem is they're going to play that off man's crap again and give him easy completions and let him get in the rhythm because they still play scared. They play tentative on defense and waiting for the big play to happen. They give up a 7-minute drive and an 8-minute drive last week, guys. They had double the time of possession almost. The Patriots did. And Minnesota's a lot better on offense than the Patriots.
Hold it, Tate. You know why they had a 7 and 8 minute drive, Shannon? Because we got a turnover and we went 3 and out, and the defense was right back on the field. That happened both times. We got a turnover. We stopped. Well, not on the goal line before the halftime, but when Hayward knocked it out, we got a 3 and out, and the defense went right back on the field. They was gassed. That's why they got it the first time.
The offense is not possessing the ball.
Because how they got the waves on those drives is because they was gassed. You can't go 3 and out right after a turnover, especially because they drove down there and they get them right back on the field. That's how they put together those drives.
The Steelers are going to possess the ball better this week?
I really do believe it.
Okay.
I really do believe it.
That's I'll say that's not a high bar. Let's wrap it up. Dave, go ahead. Go ahead. Tell us your top 2 keys to the game. And we'll go around, then we'll all make our score predictions.
Top 2 keys to the game are 1, the Minnesota Vikings owns the offensive line at the line of scrimmage. Do they push the Steelers back like we did last week against Cincinnati? If they do, Vikings win no matter what. And the second one is, can we fluster the old man? Make sure he brings his walker with him and Aaron Rodgers from the defense. If they do that, the Vikings walk away with the victory.
I watch a lot of you guys stuff over there. And just like all you guys, because Pay's the king of it. You guys hate on Aaron Rodgers because he owned that division for so long. That's one common thing I see on y'all show. Even when I look at your backdrop, you got some corny dude up there with a cheese head on.
Yep.
Everybody else got lions and tigers and bears. Oh my. And the cheesehead guy.
Exactly. No, within the NFC North, there's always one team that we can't stand, and that they wear cheese. The AFC North, which, hey, I grant, I've said for 2, 3, 4 years now, the 2 best divisions in football are the North divisions.
Mm-hmm.
The AFC North, you got to love the black and blue, which comes from the North division, play of Pittsburgh and especially Baltimore when they go head to head. But you also have the occasional Cincinnati get good or the occasional Brownies get good. And you guys are very, very good. But who do we hate in our division? That's simple. It's Green Bay. Always. Every day.
Because they kicky. They kicky that ass, boss. That's why you hate them. They kicky. That's why you can't stand them.
Well, and their fans are like, well, they call us Title Town for a reason. We won 14 or whatever titles, especially during World War II when everybody was going to war. We won 3, blah, 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 blah. Oh, the hell with you, Green Bay. That's just the way it is.
Right.
Go suck a.
That's great.
Anyway.
Okay, Big G. Read Claude's super chat. Then Shannon, I want your 2 keys to the game after the super chat. Go ahead, Big G, with the comment.
Claude Bishop, my diabolical arch nemesis. Thank you for the $5, man. We appreciate it. He said the Steelers have to defend the 3rd and long better and protect the middle and bring the pain every ball. That's facts, Claude. Listen, I don't know. I hardly ever agree with Claude, but he's telling the truth, Claude. That's facts.
Hardly ever agree with Claude, says you?
Yes, that's me.
All right, Big G. But
yeah,
Claude,
Batman and the Joker get along every now and then. Every now and then.
Claude is right on that one. I got to give it to Claude on that one.
But hopefully Minnesota isn't in third and long that often.
Well, they'd be better served because the Steelers sure been giving it up. A cheap prostitute.
Especially in the running game.
No Diddy, baby. No Diddy. What the hell? Where my
They
son?
been giving
No Diddy.
You guys. There you go. I did it. I did it for myself, Big G. But Shannon, what's your two keys to the game? Let's say if you were rooting for the Steelers to win, what would the two keys be?
I always root for the Steelers to win.
Yeah.
But
okay.
more important than winning is seeing development and seeing improvement and seeing a team heading in the right direction as a franchise and as an organization. And we're not seeing that yet. But hopefully it'll happen. I don't want to luck into victories. That's not sustainable, and all you're going to do is get to the playoffs again at 10-7 and lose in the first round, and everybody will be happy, and we'll praise Tomlin, and it sucks. So, to me, the good news is the defensive line with Harmon looks much better. He's actually going to have another week to heal and be, I think he'll be even more ready. I think we see Black and Aquale can handle the interior. And then Hayward has got another week. That's going to help the run defense. And I like that Holcomb's back in there getting work and not putting it all on Wilson. It's not the linebacker's fault. It's the defensive line suck. But now Loudermilk's gone, and hopefully we'll see less of Benton.
AKA Quiet Water. AKA Quiet Water. Not Loudermilk.
So
AKA
they
Quiet
have
Water.
to I hope they can stop Mason and slow down the running game. And then I have hope that Wentz can make some mistakes, which he's known to do. But they cannot do the coverages with JJ and with Hawkinson that they did last week with Henry and Booty, or it's going to get real ugly that way. And then on offense, again, I'll say it every week, until the offensive line can give Rodgers time. If you give him time, he can burn the defense. But you have to give him time, and I'll see it I'll believe it when I see it.
Okay. Super chat from Juice. Thanks, Juice, for the $4.99. Definitely appreciate you, man. You looking real ripped up in your YouTube picture, Juice. Man, we need is it Big G? I was gonna say we need to get
real. I don't look like
we need to get Juice out there with the defense. He says, Dave, it makes you feel better. I'm still mad at Aaron Rodgers for beating us in the Super Bowl.
I agree with you. I'm mad.
Aaron Rodgers played a good game, but we lost that game because of Mendenhall. Big G, your keys to the game, man.
Punishment on Carson Wentz.
Pain.
Punishment, not pain. Punishment on Carson Wentz. Punish his ass and make him really understand it's time for him to get the hell out the NFL. Punishment on Carson Wentz.
Yes, prediction.
Pain. Pain and punishment. I'm telling you right now, we're going to get after that dude. I'm telling you. Y'all, listen, let me tell y'all something, man. This one right here, Shannon. This one right here, Tate. This one right here, Dave. Let me tell y'all something. Y'all heard it. Y'all heard me say it first before anybody else said it. This one's for Mr. Rooney. This one is for Mr. Rooney, man. Mr. Rooney has been begging for this to happen. Mr. Rooney is all about his heritage and where he comes from. Them boys is going to play their ass off, bro. This one's for Mr. Rooney. I don't give a damn about all the people that talking about Mike Tomlin. I don't give a damn about that. This is about Steeler pride and Mr. Rooney. Mr. Rooney going to be watching from heaven with this one, bro. I'm trying to tell y'all, this one is for Mr. Rooney. So it's pain on Wentz. It's pain on Wentz, and just give Aaron Rodgers. The line doesn't have to play superhero football. Just be average. If the line is average, we kick that ass, boss. If the line is average, we kick that ass, boss. Yes, sir. What Shannon said.
Hey, G.
You mute.
I think we should pray for divine intervention.
Yeah, Mr. Rooney. He up there talking.
Yeah.
We
We need divine intervention. We need help.
He up there taking care of business. He already done worked this out. He
My
already done worked it out.
My keys to the game are, I think defensively, I do think the Steelers get after Aaron Rodgers. I think O'Neal and Darisaw, don't matter which one, they both can't man up and block either Watt or Herbig's definitely too fast for him. So I think you see pressure. I kind of agree with Shannon. They won't double team Jefferson. Maybe they should, but if they're getting to the quarterback, I think you can force Winston to making mistakes.
Facts.
And offensively, they have to run for 80 to 100 yards. They haven't done that yet this year. They got to run for 80 to 100 yards just to kind of get some first downs and gives the defense a break, and then we'll see what happens from there. But so we'll go around the horn with our game predictions. I'll go first, Dave, and you'll go second because Big G and Shannon always go back and forth like petulant toddlers about who's going to go first.
Shannon always go first. Shannon, you go first. You go first.
But yeah, like who's getting the chicken McNugget Happy Meal? Who's getting the cheeseburger Happy Meal? They can't decide.
It's Shannon's pick. Shannon pick.
Hey, I'll take the cheeseburger Happy Meal any day of the week.
Yeah, I will too, man. But my nephews be surprised. They get one. They get one of each. One of them like one like the other. They're 5-4. But anyway, that's besides the point. My prediction for the game. Man, if I was just to listen to everything Dave said, we about to get punked out here in these Ireland streets, man. In Dublin streets. You know, like we going up against I used to forgot his name. Man, I used to watch one of them Viking shows, the Last Kingdom. Like we going up against that dude. I forgot his name. Wish I could remember his name. But yeah, man, it's gonna be a close game, closer than, and the Vikings are favored by 2.5, I believe, 58% to win. ESPN bet.
Trash.
But a low scoring game, which is shocking me.
Yeah, well, I think it can be low scoring. I think both defenses show up in low scoring. I don't know what the over under is, but it got to be like
40.5.
Okay, I was gonna say under 44, but okay, that's even lower than I thought. I think it gets over that. But my score prediction, and Shannon, I understand what you say, I understand what Dave's saying, but I'm gonna get on my best Jeff Hartman. Shout out to the OG homie at the Steel Curtain Network. Shannon knows what that means, right? I can't pick against the Steelers. So I'm going to take the Steelers to win this game in Ireland. I give a lot of credence to what Big G said about they playing this for Mr. Rooney. I think that's something that's been talked about. I don't think it's just a thing. Now, whether they do it or not or win, I don't know. But I just know that that's been brought up. I'm going to say the Steelers get this game 20-14. Another one score win for the Steelers. Dave, you go.
Well, speaking of Jeff Hartman, I was on Let's Ride with him this morning talking about this game. But
he picked them to win.
Who'd he pick? Who Jeff picked?
I guarantee you.
I don't think we picked any games. I don't think we picked it. So for my pick, I'm selecting the Vikings, and it's going to be way over. Vikings win like 31-17. Over Vikings versus Skol, we have what we call the Mendoza line, which is defense holds the opponent under 19 points. I guarantee that's going to happen this week. So 31-17, Minnesota, the purple and gold, conquer Dublin once again.
That's what you're saying.
Triple G, he's getting super fined.
I can't hear what he's saying.
Super.
Oh, yeah, it's because I was on mute. My bad. I was giving Dave all the respect to make his Matrix worthy. Matrix worthy. We lost by 14 in Seattle. We gave them a touchdown. That won't happen again. We literally gave them a touchdown. But Shannon and Big G, y'all figure out and y'all give y'all predictions for the game.
Shannon?
I wish we still had brother Dan Rooney around.
Yeah.
This would be a lot different situation, and I'd feel a lot different. And that's my Irish brother, but he's no longer with us. And I don't know who's going to help the Steelers in this situation, but maybe he can pull some strings. I don't know. My son has a red beard, and people always
did George used to be red?
No.
Okay.
No, but his is. People pick at him, call him a leprechaun. And well, I guess we are Irish, so we can take that. And so I'm going to tell him, make sure you get some good luck out of that red beard and help this Steeler team out. But like I said, I'll stick by what I said. I do not like this matchup at all. I think the defense is going to play hard. I think the defense is improving. But I think the stubbornness, they will not double Jefferson. They don't know how to slow down Hawkinson. And I'm thinking that they're going to make it just so easy and so open like it was to Henry last week that they're not going to be able to force Wentz to do what he does naturally, which is collapse and turn the ball over. So, and then offensive line, I just don't like it at all against this scheme. So, as much as I want them to win and go into the bye with a win, I'm going to have to say Vikings 27-17.
Tate.
Big G, give us your take.
Let me tell y'all what's going to happen, y'all. First of all, I'm going to tell you my score, and I'm going to tell you how we get there. 23-20 Steelers. 23-20 Steelers. Boswell kicks the game winner, and we walk out of there. 23-20. It's going to be a hard-fought game. The key to the game is the adjustments is going to be made at halftime. Which one of them damn coaches is going to be stubborn to believe that that they don't have to adjust what the other team's doing to beat them? Which one of them damn coaches?
Well, I would say that's probably the Steelers. Stubborn.
Well, the Vikings coach is a stubborn ass too. He's a stubborn ass. Trust me. So which one of them make the biggest adjustments? The key to the game for the Steelers is attack the middle of the field for the Minnesota's defense. Mm-hmm. Attack the straight up the middle, in the middle with the tight ends. Mm-hmm. Run a cross route with DK. Run him and Calvin Austin on cross routes. They get lost in the sauce back there on the defensive backfield. Trust me, I done already peeked them out, right? And our defense, get Carson Wentz's ass on the ground. Mm-hmm. If I'm telling you, all they got to do, they ain't got to sack him 5-6 times, but if they sack him 3 times and they get a whole lot of pressure and they hit him real hard, Wentz gonna quit. It's in his DNA. He gonna quit. He's a quitter. I know what he do. Now, if y'all had McCarthy, I'd be worried. But trash ass Carson Wentz, get their ass out of here. Steelers for the dub, baby. Get them out of here. Steelers for the dub. Get them out of here. The dub in Dublin. We come to the crib 3-1.
You're player of the game, Big G. Player of the game.
TJ Watt.
Shannon, you're player of the game. It can be a Viking if you pick the Vikings, if that's what you want to do.
Oh, I can pick a Viking?
You can pick a Viking.
I don't want to pick a player of the game because that's sad to pick a player for the Vikings. For the Steelers, if the Steelers are going to have success, they need a couple explosive plays from Warren.
Okay. So if the Steelers going to win, you got Warren being player of the game is what you're saying.
Yeah, he'll have to make a couple explosive plays out of nothing.
Okay. Dave, you're player of the game. I'm assuming it's a Viking.
Oh, of course. But first, I want to congratulate Big G. You are 100% correct. That's the way to defeat the Vikings. The question is, can they do it? Which I have a big doubt on. Yeah. So, my player of the game, this game, is going to be Jetta's Justin Jefferson as he breaks out for his first 100+ and long overdue game of the season. And he has 2 touchdowns himself.
Wow.
Diabolical.
Wow.
Diabolical.
We just jumped all the way out there.
So what you saying?
Okay.
Come on, man. Come on, man.
Claude Bishop
All right,
for the
so-
two binkers.
Thanks,
Claude
Claude.
for the
Go
two.
ahead, read it.
Brian Flores knows the Steelers not good. I don't give a damn about what Brian Flores knows, Claude.
Brian Flores was Arthur Smith wasn't here when Brian Flores was here.
Correct.
So I mean, I don't know if he was here when Matt Cannon was here. That'd be real easy to figure out.
Yeah, but he knows Tomlin.
He knows Tomlin. He does. I got to give him that. And Tomlin said he's familiar with Flores too. So we'll see how that plays out. But my player of the game is going to be offensively. I'm going to say Jonnu Smith has a big game. Because Byron Murphy plays the slot, right, for the Vikings?
Yep.
Correct. He moves from outside to inside when they need him.
I think he'll try and take Jonnu Smith out of the game. I think the Steelers, I think they finally do go over the middle, Big G, even if it's some tight end crossers or quick pop passes and stuff. They got to attack the middle of the field, like you said.
Yep.
And I think if they haven't at all yet, the tight ends will be a big part of the game plan this week. So I'm going to say Jonnu Smith. And with that being said, fellas, man, Dave, thanks for joining us. Tell everybody how to find you, where to watch you, what you got going on, man. And about that show where the Green Bay Packers own everything, but you guys don't give them no respect.
You catch
my
us
boy.
over at Vikings First and Skol on YouTube and podcast, whatever aggregator you want. We're on all of them. You can find us there. Now, we have shows that run normally every week. We have the Real Foreigner Show. We have the X's and Skulls with Luke Braun of Locked On Vikings. We have the Two Old Bloggers, which is myself and Darren Campbell. We've been talking about the Vikings publicly since the internet was new.
Damn.
Back in the 90s, we started our blogs publicly, and we've been talking about that. We go on, probably we have a show roughly every day, and we talk about anything and everything Minnesota Vikings, including the upcoming game in Dublin, Ireland. So all you got to do is go over there and check us out. You can find our writings over at Pro Football Insiders. We're there as well. And we'd love to have you. We normally do a show called Scoling with Friends. And the reason we skol with friends is because we have no enemies in this business, minus one. They wear green and gold. But anyways, that's beside the point. It is what it is. We welcome you to come over and join us, just like we encourage you to watch the Steel Curtain Network's all their variety of shows, because they do a great job at it, including this one, Pump the Brakes. And I encourage the Steelers fans going into Sunday, pump the brakes. I know Big G is wanting to win, but pump the brakes. It is what it is. And expect the Norse to rule the day.
The
You
double
mute,
fine
Tate.
again. The quadruple fine. I seen him looking through my sign.
You're
I ain't even got to
mute.
look at the screen.
You looking at my lips again, Big G?
Seen him chirping and moving and twitching.
It's a fine for me.
No Diddy.
And a no Diddy for you for looking at my lips. But hey, so with that being said, fellas, been a great show. Like Shannon predicted, we're gonna call him G Stradamus, not you, G. But I tell you what, Big G, if you pick this one right this week and Shannon wrong again, oh, the 2-minute warning gonna be in the morning this week, Big G.
Mm-hmm.
It might be like right around noon. We get to do it and get it all over with and watch football for the rest of the day till it's time for the Know It Alls. Check us out on Sunday, the Know It Alls channel. We'll have all your scores and updates and everything. The Reds hit a home run in the bottom of the ninth to tie up the game 2-2 against the Pirates. So you guys don't care about that. But Shannon's a Pirate fan. Big G,
Hey.
the Phillies already in. Dave, who's your baseball team?
The Twins.
Well, yeah. Tate, you said the 2-minute warning. Have you got a show called the 2-minute warning?
Yeah, the 2-minute Warriors Steelers post game.
All right, we go live at the 2-minute warning. Is our post game show, and we go live at the 2-minute warning. We're the only Vikings show that goes live at the 2-minute warning. We beat everybody to the post game because we sit there and rock the last 2 minutes with our fans before we react to how the game went.
Yeah, that's what we do. And I'm thinking about. I was gonna say something to you offline about maybe doing a simulcast with each other, but I don't know. That could Big G gets emotional.
Hey, Big G's got it. He's got it figured out. It's just whether the team will have it figured out.
But yeah, no, we appreciate everybody for watching. Be sure to check out all Dave everywhere he goes. He's over there with the diabolical one, as the Big G is say he does some stuff with Pay. Pay will be on the homies Friday night with us. Me and B Dirt. Well, it was B Dirt's birthday. B Dirt won't be there. But check us out. Shannon next week on The Hangover on Monday. Back here on Wednesday. I can't even keep up with Big G out here selling himself in these streets to pay for his new Apple products he start buying. So
Hey,
find
Apple's
Big G
the best,
any and
baby.
everywhere. With
In
that
the
being
street,
said-
baby. I'm in the street. That's all you need to know. I'm in the streets. That's all you need to know. And almighty Steel Curtain Network, Know It All's podcast channel. Hell, I'll be everywhere. So I'm in the street. That's all you need to know.
And with that being said, we at the hour 15-minute mark. We out. Peace.
Let's go.
Mamba out.
Y'all come back now. Here.